Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Six Figure Developer Channel. It is Wednesday night, live coding night for us. Every Monday, we do the live stream of the podcast episode at 6 p.m. Eastern. And Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, we do live coding sessions. This week, I think, Clayton, you were going to pick up from where we left off on some of our personal projects.
Considering it, I thought about doing the Blazor game, and I could pull that up. That was at a spot that was a little buggy, and I didn't know if I wanted to, to really dive into that.
We did have the Indiana Jones character running across the screen and falling into a pit of despair.
He does, and one option is to so I'm borrowing that platform game code anyway. Really, I shouldn't have it in the repository because it's licensed to Microsoft or whatever. So I am considering deleting all of that code, the platform game code, and I don't know, maybe doing like a breakout style game. Those are pretty basic and easy. So I might do that, and that would be because it's a simpler game. It'd be easier to maybe narrow down where the problems are coming from. Let's see if I want to go and do that. Okay, so there's the platform game, and I even called the original thing breakout game, even though it doesn't do that at all. So I'll leave Platform Gamer there for now so that I can reference it. But I'll go ahead and make a hello. Freaking Ward. Oh, thank you. Or well, are you there, Ward? Yeah, you are. Hooray. Okay.
Hooray.
Did you actually do a thing, or is it just that time of the month?
Wait, what?
It says that he
the re-upped subscription?
Yeah, 3 months in a row. He did a thing apparently. And now I can't remember what I was doing. Add a folder. That's what I'm doing. Just make a folder for the breakout game. Breakout. Okay, we'll just drag that up there. And now we can sort of copy the structure. Or I guess, okay, what I thought was going to be the structure isn't the structure. We got a ball. I'm going to edit that. It doesn't need to be that big. Open. There we go. Yeesh. Let's say that we open it with Photoshop 2021. They're on the ball. Thank you for confirming. Where's my macaroni? Okay, how big is this thing right now?
I think Ash is eating your macaroni right now.
He might be. I had macaroni for dinner as well. What am I? I'm looking for the image size. 64 by 64. Let's make it 32 by 32. And we'll just zoom in, and I'm gonna clear it out because there's no reason for it to be all textured and weird. We need something that'll show up. So maybe like a bright green ball with like a black outline or something. I don't know.
Sounds good.
Soikles. unselect all the things. Now circles. Is it shift? Yeah, shift. Ta-da! Like magic. Can't believe that worked on the first try. Save. Okay. So now we've got that in there. Some CSS. That's what it was. Content. So let's take our ball picture and we'll put it up in sprites. Just move it up there. And yeah, we'll call it ball. All right. So what's everybody in TV land doing? Other than dropping.
I do believe Ward said he's going to be taking a road trip. Ward, are you taking some time off?
Rectangle extension? I don't know what that's... That's gotta be for the platform game. Okay, main layout. No, not there. It's not there. Where's our page? There we go. So we'll just comment this out for now. And then comment this in. Okay, 800 by 640. No, it's 800 by 600. What was I smoking? Okay, and it's not going to be image ball. It's going to be... Yeah, so see, all the stuff comes from content anyway, so it would just be ball? Oh no, sprites ball. There we go. And label, we're gonna call it. Yeah, everything's
Kentucky
the same,
Kentucky Bourbon Tours in Bardstown.
Is that the one? Is that the one where? No. I'm thinking of like a bourbon marathon, or something like that. There was one where
The Bambi Walk?
somebody that I knew, or
Bourbon
somebody that we
Chase?
knew was, yeah, Bourbon Chase maybe. Okay, so we got a
I don't
gross
know that I've
context.
done the bourbon tours, but I've done tours of several of the bourbon places. It's pretty good.
So we've got our ball sprite. We need at least one brick. So let's make a brick file. New. The ball is 32 by 32. Let's do 32 by 64 for a brick. Custom. Oh, you guys can't see that. Through a 64 width and 32 height. Sure. Background transparent. Create. Okay, and I mean, this thing is basically just going to be a full, except for a different color, different main color. What do we want? We want like a
Probably want, well,
pick a
do you want to color these?
Yeah, somebody in TV land, pick a color. Come on, somebody do it. Any color.
Oh, wouldn't you want to color these afterwards, after the fact clean?
Not yet. Purple.
Go with something neutral. Oh, okay.
Freaking Ward says purple. And
Purple.
thank you, Not So Smart Contract, for the follow.
Oh. Right. Yeah, we'll get to fancy coloration stuff later. Uh-oh. There he's back. We'll get to fancy coloration stuff later. For right now,
Okay.
I'm not gonna get into all that. Too much effort. And I think that was causing a significant. Hey, can you get back? Nah. My tongue got swollen and stuck. A significant amount of load on the system.
Processing.
Yeah. Processing power. Yes, that's it. Okay, so we got a purple brick with a black single line outline. We're going to save that. Is it on my computer? Don't ask me what to do. And then projects, and then Blazor game. 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 All right. PNG. And we'll just say brick. 10 point brick. I don't know. File's the smallest. Better not be that big. It's literally nothing. Okay. All right. So we got that one. Let's put in a 10 point brick. Point brick. And then we've got our breakout game, which I don't think is doing very much right now. So we're going to get rid of this. We don't need that right this second.
Ooh, not so smart contract. Not so smart contract. Sorry. Yeah. Has a brick color for you.
Oh, you got fancy. Or person got fancy.
You also need a little bouncer.
What'd you call me? Oh yeah, we need the bar at the bottom.
Yeah, the bar at the bottom. Yeah, couldn't they go? Words escaped me.
Okay, well we'll use. Well, that's a heck of a name. Not so smart contract in SSC. Anyway, color for the bar. So we'll make the bar twice as wide as a brick. Bob works. I like Bob. So twice as wide as a brick. So 128. And we'll change this to this color. And there we go. Save my computer. And this will be the...
I think it should be narrower, much narrower. Like half the height there.
You're so mean.
Ash, your audio is back to sounding terrible. Just
So that's because I'm not talking up. Is that better?
Oh, we got a
because now we can hear you
color
better
too. Okay. Let's do that. We'll do can I not? Okay, that was annoying. Stroke. Okay, no, stop it. There we go. I don't Photoshop a whole lot. There we go. That's something. Oh, what? That's something. Now we'll save. We're not trying to make the game hard yet, Ash. We're just...
It's too thick.
Oh, like tall?
Yeah.
Okay, well I can fix that. Let's do
I would say 16. You have 32.
Image size. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Unlock. There. Ooh, like magic. Look at that, because it's a rastered thingamadoozer. All right. Just bar?
No, go back. No, I missed.
Player bar? I don't know. Yep, smallest. Okay, so then we need to go back to the index here, and we need to pull in the player bar as well. Okay, now back to the breakout game. Okay, so on render, setting the content root. Oh, this is where I believe that platformer sets the content root to something else.
And
Yeah.
for those just joining us, we are continuing on Clayton's Blazor game engine, a port of monogame to Blazor, the .NET framework. WASM, web,
Yeah, stuff.
spa, thing, words.
Okay, so nothing to do there. Sprite batch, that part's fine. Player position, we're not going to do yet. I don't know that I want to straight up delete it. Player initialize, nope. Player update, nope. And player draw, nope. Okay, so this right now should just get us the cornflower blue rectangle on the page.
Like from Fight Club?
Not Tyler Durden. Cornflower blue rectangle.
Yeah, that's the color of the tie.
Is it? I don't know. Hello?
Yeah, share away, Bob. Bob has a link for us.
Oh. If Bob can share. I don't know what our channel does, but some other channel was like,
Yeah, ours, we don't have it. It's fine. Coolers.co.
it should do a thing. Why is it not do a thing?
What are you trying to do?
Cornflower blue.
Very nice. Thank you, Bob.
Cool.
There's the sprite batch. We're getting the keyboard state. That's fine. There's nothing to update because there's no player yet. Graphics device clear. Cornflower blue. Begin sprite batch. End sprite batch. Draw. Why is it... Oh, well, it's not calling draw. Why is it not calling draw? Okay, this is why I didn't delete the platform game. Let's go to the index. All of these things exist, right? Because I know, like, we were getting crazy non-error just fail whenever sprites, ball, player bar, 10-point brick, 10-point brick, player bar, ball, and I did set the content root directory. Let's just actually, okay, so what happens? I'm not using any of these, so what happens if I comment them out and just run? I mean, we weren't even getting the the graphics device. We weren't getting the canvas. Not that I could tell.
Didn't seem the way.
App, sidebar main, content, canvas. There's the canvas. Okay. So it is generating the canvas. Breakout game is just not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I did make a bunch of changes as far as platform gamer goes. So let's see. On after render async, first render. So we're waiting the base, and then if it's the first render, then we do this stuff. So, breakout game. On after render async, first render, await the base. If first render, then do stuff. Okay, let me get this side by side. Okay, so the stuff that we're doing is we're initializing the graphics device. Okay, I don't think this matters, but just in case, we've got keyboard new JS driver, that's the same. Graphics device that's the same. We've got graphics is full screen false. Supported orientations. Landscape. Oh, not landscape left, probably. Landscape left, landscape right. Okay. Landscape right. Accelerometer initialize and await initialize async. They're not doing that yet. So then initialize async is where we're doing that. Okay. Sprite batch equals new sprite batch, which we're doing here in load content, but maybe, okay. Move that up. That's loading the content, which I don't care about doing yet. Scale presentation area. I don't think this matters yet. Gamepad, media player, load next level. Okay. Then on update. Oh, it doesn't have a... Oh, there's load content. No, wait, what? Initialize async. Where is... Oh, okay. So this stuff wasn't here. It was in... I don't need this. Probably. Await initialize async. Then they go into load content. That's where the stuff is. Create a new sprite batch. Could be used to load textures. That's all good. Don't think I care about any of that stuff. Update. Back buffer. That's for the scale presentation area. Handle input. If window not equal null. Then level update. Base game update. Handle input, we're not doing. Load next level, we're not doing. Reload current level, we're not doing. Draw. I seriously should be able to just draw. And have a cornflower blue background. App, main, content. There's the canvas. There's breakout game. Height width 800, height 600. But nothing is happening. Network. Is there maybe some files that aren't coming in? Nope. There's Blazor game. It's coming in just fine. Okay, debug statements then. I don't know what's
Hooray!
Yeah. Okay, it was up here earlier. Alright, we should be calling initialize. We have to be because that's what creates the canvas element. Which means that we should be calling this, which means we should be calling render. There's render. And then that's going to invoke that render. Does it work if I swap out this and throw this back in? Or did the world break? Oh, that took me a minute to decipher because I put screwing around. So, yeah, we're, yeah, that's working. Technically, just about any language, some we're more familiar with than others for sure. Your best bet would probably be C# or JavaScript. Or TypeScript, but I mean, we can also look at like PHP or, I mean, really, whatever. It's just for fun anyway. I mean, the chances of us looking at your code and saying that you're a terrible person are 10% or less.
It's higher for Clayton, but it's lower for us. So I'm not sure. I mean, we're not going to stick firm to the 10,000 points. You got something interesting you want us to look at? We'll look at it. I'll look at it.
Why is that working there? But it's not working here. There's nothing... Nothing crazy that I'm doing in one that I'm not doing in the other. And John, I have mellowed out. Somewhat.
I understand. I'm just giving you a hard time. Favorite language is Lisp. That might be for Ash. Ash, you're on.
I don't know that I've done too much Lisp.
I'm up for some car and some cooter.
What?
In Lisp, car is the first element in an array, and cooter is the rest of the array. So when you're iterating over an array, then you do car cooter a lot.
Interesting.
Did you not watch the series on? What is it? I don't know. The book exited my brain just as I was going to say it. It's the Purple Dragon book. Or no, it's got a wizard. The Dragon book is the compiler book. This one's got a wizard on the front, but it's like purple. It's the one that Uncle Bob talks about, and he said, yes, that one. Structured Interpretation of Computer Programming. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
It's the one Uncle Bob talks about, and he says that they don't talk about assignment statements until 250 pages in, and then they apologize for it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all Lisp. The whole book is available in the form of the class that they taught at whatever school it was on YouTube. It's good stuff. So if you like Lisp, have you done Clojure? Because it's just about the same thing, but more modern, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna debug because I don't know. Or, well, no, because I don't even know where to begin on what's going on. And I was playing with the JS interrupt for BUnit earlier today, and it's not good if you want to mock the JS runtime. It's good if you just want to be like, yeah, it hit the JS runtime. But if you want to pretend like the runtime exists and have it return things based on stuff, not good. Yeah, I'm not using these, so they are superfluous. So I've got the canvas, and if I go to, where to go? Shrink that up. If I go to the breakout game. Oh. Aw. Do I need... It recognized it, though. Didn't it? Client shared breakout game. And that's not what it is anymore. So it's all confused. So I need to, oh no, wait, clients. Yeah, shared breakout. It's shared breakout game now. Should be. So, well, no, because that's client shared, and it recognizes the platformer. And I don't have a using statement or anything. What if I change the name? Breakouts game. Does it get mad at me? Can I recbow? Platformer game.
But I've heard so many good things from the people that like Clojure that they love it. I don't understand.
I don't have an opinion on Clojure. I've never actually done Clojure. I've heard that it is syntactically the same or very, very close to Lisp and Scheme. There's a thing that I'm trying to do, clean solution.
Because the people that I've heard the good things from, I like them, and I don't want them to be struggling in a, what was it, a slow Haskell and JVM.
Inherits game. Okay, so I should be able to come down here and say console. Well, hello.
I heard a good statement the other day. Something about their there are two types of fishermen. There's people in your party and the jerks. So yeah, if they're not in your camp, they're probably looking down on you too. It's fine.
Especially if they're tall. Okay, so it should say boom if it's getting to this point.
What if it goes boom before it gets to that point?
Well, the thing is, like, it's not saying that it has exploded. I'm assuming that it has, but it's not admitting it, which is a huge issue with the async programming. Why did this stuff move? I didn't move it. There. John still needs better lighting. Yeah, so okay, so it didn't get that far. I hate having to do this in C#, and I'm considering firing up B Unit and trying to get this to work, but the second it hits the JS interop, like, none of it's gonna matter, because there's no way to even get it to fake that. Okay, are we at least getting this far? I need like a fully mockable JS interop where I can accept a call, read the parameters, and then make a judgment call and respond with something that is somewhat appropriate. I don't think it's loading this at all.
Doesn't seem to be.
So if it's not loading, it's loading the canvas, which is the graphics context, but it doesn't appear to be loading the if I put it there. What if I do H1 howdy? Should get something now. Dropping. Diddly.
Yes.
App. Main.
Yeah, no howdies.
Content. No howdy, no nothing. It doesn't understand this component is the problem. You see, so like,
yep.
If you look at, well, there are no other components. Or no, the sidebar is components, right? Button. Button. Who's got the button? Oh, here we go. Claps. UL. LI. href. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, never mind. Anyway, it doesn't know what to do, or else you wouldn't see breakout game. So if I come over here, though, and I say using Blazor game client shared. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It understands platformer. It does not understand breakout. And my caps lock is on.
Is this a Visual Studio restart thing?
It might be. It might be.
What version are you on?
The latest. I updated, what, yesterday? Let me, yeah.
Is it because you have Windows updates that you haven't done yet?
My computer's always on, so it should have updated. Don't look at that.
It needs to restart.
You just want me to close all my things.
Uh-huh.
Come on. Yeah, close Blazor TDD and close my security NuGet package. And then let's open up the Blazor game. Dropping, because I'm waiting. I should probably check NuGet packages. Because this isn't, no, we did update this to .NET 5, right? I want to say we did. There we go.
Yeah.
Now it's mad. Updates? Anything? Oh, tons of updates. Let's get it going. What's the worst that could happen?
It's broken already.
Right?
Now nothing works.
No, now I get 5 more magical updates. For some reason. There we go. Good times. Where's the thing? There it is. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I mean, not really, but it's what I needed to see. So now we can go to imports, and I can come here. Now what I don't get is why it was perfectly fine. Come on. Oh, see? Why doesn't it see that?
Platformers still.
Why doesn't it see breakout game? I mean, I was just getting fancy putting that in there, I guess. What happens now? Don't save. Exclude for project. Add existing item. Breakout game. I don't know about you guys, but I love spending a whole session just trying to hit F5.
What do you say, chat? Do you enjoy that?
I always join when it's not me.
Bad. Come on. Rebuild. Yeah, sure, do the thing.
So it's still not in the same level. So platformer was inside of platformer.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
And then what was the?
So I'm gonna go breakout, and then I'm gonna rename this to be old, and then I'm going to come here. I'm gonna say add razor component, and I'm just gonna say breakout game. It's gonna plop it in there, and then I should be able to close that. Don't save. I should be able to go over to here. Come on. Oh, well, that's a problem too. Of course an exception happened. Imports.
What was the syntax that platformers using?
There's that. At using Blazor game client shared breakout save index. You found something. Breakout game.
Hey.
It's such an annoying.
Make some
Okay.
pasta now.
What's this about pasta?
You know, copying pasta.
All right, so you know what? Before we get that far, I'm just gonna run it. See what happens before we just go and break it.
Just ship it.
I think it should be fine.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Breakout game. Okay. So now I can say inherits game. Okay, that's something. It does not like those, does it? Whatever, I don't care. All right. At code. At code. Save. Play. Cornflower blue. Fingers crossed. Yay, cornflower blue.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted an hour ago. I mean, there's this now. Alright, so I'm going to delete Blazor breakout game old. Delete. I hit the delete button. Delete. Oh, we're running. We can't delete while we're running. Go figure. Delete. Yep. Uh-huh. Alright. Now we... Close. For reals? Don't do that to me. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Color erased. I don't like it when it doesn't show me stuffs. Okay, index. Now we can bring these in. Okay, and we just want to plop them on the screen. So we need an actor for the player bar, we need an actor for the ball, and we need an actor for the brick. So if we look, we were setting the player position here using this stuff. So we should be able to do that still, except for we won't call it player position. Well, no, yeah, let's call it player position. Okay.
Player bar.
Yeah, we can do that. Player bar position. Okay. And then we're going to initialize the player bar, loading sprites player bar, and then this player bar position into the graphics. That should all be fine. We need to create a player actor. So, or sorry, player bar actor. So, new class, player bar. Okay, now does that need to inherit from anything? We've got player here, and it's just a player, so probably not. Hey, drop. Can't fool me. Okay, so we have our player bar dot initialize. So somewhere we need to have player bar. Should that should be that way. Like that, and then we can just initialize it down here. Maybe. Okay, player bar dot initialize. I feel like I had some kind of special type for these kinds of things, but no idea now. I'll make a subtype later. Okay, so public void initialize. These all need to be async, actually, because they're loading in junk. Initialize, so this is going to take... It's going to take a texture 2D, a vector 2, and graphics device manager. Position and okay.
How we doing, chat? We still hanging in?
Now I've put them all to sleep by now.
Watching Clayton code.
We're finally getting into some stuff, though.
If you're lucky.
You might even run.
All right. Oh, I guess this... This doesn't have to be... I guess. That has to be. And there's some other things that we're gonna have to make async, which I think that's what a lot of the errors have come from, is things that needed to be async weren't async and whatnot. So, okay, so we've got our player bar. We're going to initialize it by passing that stuff in. And then I assume that we just need to say sprite and actually private public and it's going to take in those three things and initialize is no, never mind. Never mind. It's gonna get fancy and there's no need for it just yet. Okay. Yeah, so that's that for now. So we've initialized the player. I'm going to run just to make sure everything's hunky-dory.
Stop running the IIS.
Don't tell me what to do. So the deal with the async is, so the JavaScript runtime stuff is all async, and so it has caused certain conflicts. The XNA framework itself isn't inherently async, and I was trying to adhere to that framework API design as closely as possible, but that has caused some issues where we're calling a method that the framework didn't design to be asynchronous, but we have to tie into the JavaScript runtime, which needs to be synchronous. But, you know, like, you don't want to do the, you know, wait for result stuff, because that's just bad. So we ended up with, and I think that might be the problem with the platform game, but we ended up with, like, race conditions that were causing things to not behave correctly. And it's running rampant in the platform game. So I'm hoping that we can suss those out by making this much, much simpler breakout game. Player bar initialize. Okay. So now we have update. So we're not going to do the gamepad. We are going to do the key state, and we're going to be able to say player bar update game time and key state. Okay. Player bar. Okay, no update method. That's fine. Okay, so public void update. So like technically these things, initialize and update. Basically, I need everything to be async so that if I need to do something that requires async, I don't have to do weirdness. I can just, the platform accepts it. And if I don't need to do async weirdness, then I can just return task completed. Update. So we need to take in a game time. Is that its own special object? It is. Game time and key state, which is a keyboard state. And state, okay. And basically, so if key state is key down, keys, so the A key, then we're going to decrease x by speed times delta. If key state is key down, keys D, then increase x by speed times delta. I'll get around to doing those calculations uno momento, but not just this second. Okay, and that seems reasonable to be the only player bar stuff that we need to do. So draw, so now we have the sprite batch. I'm going to save. I'm going to make sure that sprite batch doesn't break stuff. Shouldn't, but technically sprite batch begin end is doing absolutely nothing because we don't have to like lock the sprite batch in the browser world. So those are just fake methods that don't do anything at all, but they're part of the XNA API. So, ta-da! Console. Okay, so asset, sprites, player bar. We have loaded that. And boom, so I can get rid of boom. Where was boom?
In the
There it is.
in the Razor.
There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's working. So now we can do player bar draw sprite batch. Okay, so like this one should be async because I'm having to call a which then means that this needs to be async, which means that I need to go to game and I need to find draw, and I need to make draw a task. What? Oh, virtual. Come on now. There we go. So by default, it's just like, I'm done. Okay. No, what? Huh? No, stop. Cancel. Okay. And then, so we wait, and then, okay, so we need to create the draw method. Wait, no, that's not where we want to be. Oh, is that what I closed? Probably. Get rid of that, get rid of that.
Looks like it.
Just close all but this. Okay, where to go? Player bar. Oh, stupid buttons. Pin and pin. Okay, player bar. So we need a draw method. Public task draw, and it's going to take in a sprite batch, not a spit batch. Okay, okay. Okay. So now here's where I need to call something on the sprite batch. Sprite batch, draw, texture 2D. So that's going to be sprite, destination rectangle, new rectangle. What? Oh, there's a bunch of different position, vector 2 position, position, and then color, which we're just going to do white, which would be no tint. Okay, so like this draw is not, but it should be. So go look at that. See, so it's calling draw texture. Just keeps going down the rabbit hole. Right. Go to implementation. JS runtime invoke. Right there it is. There. So I think, so like we were saying draw, and then we were like, oh, you're done drawing. Like just immediately. We weren't allowing for the thing to actually finish drawing. And so I think that we were running a much, much faster game loop in C# than we were in JavaScript, which was breaking everything. It's going to be the same for probably for like all of these. But now that I've done that, I've broken this interface. Draw. Oh my word. Draw. Is it all? What are we drawing? What did I break? Those don't feel right. Draw sprite. Which one was it? I don't know. Draw texture. Temporary to get ball rolling, replaced with proper calls. That's not going to happen. All right. Okay. That's fine. We come over here. For right now, that's fine. I guess that those aren't called by... There we go. There it is. And then I can just say, oh, well, it's calling the base, so it should be fine. Because the base is a virtual task, returning completed task. Oh, well, I can say return base draw. That makes it happy. And now we can build. Okay, good. Okay. Kind of just... Yeah, I can just do that. Okay, so we're drawing that, dropping, and then of course we're drawing, and that's where these things will come into play. Also, our initial position is going to be all kinds of not correct. We don't necessarily need this graphics device manager, I don't think. I'm going to remove that from here, which makes the initialization simpler. This is what this is going to end up being. It's going to be an XNA inspired Blazor library for game development.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that too. My only real end goal is to fart around with some stuff. But I like the concept of making the game from scratch, I always like to go to as low a level as I can. So making the, hey, it displayed at a bar. Okay. Obviously, we don't want it way up there. We want it down here somewhere, and we probably don't want to. Excuse me. We probably don't want to clear cornflower blue every time. So real quick, why is platform gamer open? Instead of cornflower blue, do we have like a corporate gray? See, I need to find. I only filled in the actual colors that that I needed, because in XNA there are just so many of these things. So let's. This is where I'm going to pop open XNA, and we're going to try and stick to not that. Don't open that. Open this. Okay, let's do XNA color enum. It's not really an enum. It's a struct, but whatever. No. XNA. Oh no, it's monogame. Monogame. Color. There we go. Struct color monogame. So what do we have? Here we go. Corn silk. Let's see.
Dark gray. No.
Dark slate gray. I don't know that we want a dark.
Ward says cube gray.
Is there like a... light slate gray? Wish I knew what that looked like. What cube gray? What? Is that a thing in here, or are you just making stuff up?
Who knows?
He's just making stuff up. I want like that real like soul crushing, like battleship gray from Windows
Like
forums.
The beginning of Joe versus the volcano.
Okay, so we've got this here. We'll just see what that is. So public static color light slate gray, new coular, red, green, blue, alpha. Hey, what's it griping about? Oh, because we're running.
Yeah.
Now that's an L, so that would fall. Well, these aren't in alphabetical at all, are they? Why aren't they in alphabetical? Who wrote this crap?
But should it be alphabetical, or should it cascade from shortest to longest?
No, they were alphabetical in the docs, so they should be alphabetical. Now, if you were talking using statements, those cascade from short to long.
Oh, don't I know it?
I don't think anyone has witnessed my madness. Let me pull this up real quick. Try not to get fired. So for anybody paying attention, once this loads, this is what I do with my using statements. Not that. Let's see, what's a good one? Is the auth controller? There we go. So they start with the smallest, and then they go up to the longest, that is. And then I have a break, and then when it's a internal, I put those in a separate group, and they also go from short to long. And then, oh no, that's
I've seen that more recently. I've seen that recently. The line break between library and internal, and man, I just no. I
Can't,
do that thanks to you. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Oh no, you lost it. No. Oh goodness. No, you control shift arrow left. It'll move it. Oh my goodness.
I don't have Resharper installed.
Oh my goodness. The madness.
But like, and then like, if I can, like, if there's nothing stopping me from doing it, in this case there is because response. But like,
Yeah.
if there's nothing stopping me from doing it, I'll put my code
Absolutely.
in descending order also.
Absolutely. Yeah, you should extract that to another method so that it works for you.
And then do you name your methods according to the length that you need them to be,
Like,
so they can
check
be
out-
in descending order?
He will rename it. I've seen it.
just all the way
Like,
down.
this really needed to be an extra long name because it was at the bottom of my...
Remove item needs to go up.
I'm still working in that. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm ready to anyway. Cornflower.
Somebody clip that for us, would you?
What comes first? I mean, so light slate gray is going to be before yellow and white.
After cornflower blue. Yeah, yellow is going to be the last.
Red.
Red comes after light slate gray.
QRSW. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Now, granted, if I was the one coming up with all of this, they'd probably be in descending order. But because they're this way in the documentation, that's the way I want them in the code here. All right. So now we've got a light slate gray that we can use to crush the souls of anyone playing this game.
You don't
Okay.
know that yet, but
So what?
we don't know. We don't know that it's soul crushing gray yet.
I'm really
haven't seen
hoping. I'm really hoping. Okay, so we want this to be... so on the X, we want it to be in the middle. So we actually need to take our... We've done this for the height, but we want this kind of calculation for the middle, not for the height. So just cut that out of there. This is going to be like minus 32 or something like that, because it's 16 tall, right? And then X is going to be not height divided by 2, but width divided by 2. And then float. Yeah, something like that. Should that be a 0.0? And then, what's it mad about? This line is entirely too long. Okay, float, open, close. That's not necessary. Okay, there we go. I'll just go ahead and bring this down too. Make it a little bit more readable. Okay. I hate all that junk. Having to do those calculations. Like, why can't there be like a graphics device viewport dot middle? I don't know. So that should put... I'm hoping that it will put the brick in the middle of the screen. It's not going to. It'll be offset from the middle. But in the middle of the screen, at the bottom. Or just not show up at all. That's an okay soul crushing gray. I can live with that.
Could be a little bit lighter and
It's kind of there's some blue in it, man. That's
too much blue.
I'm not gonna change the
Like this gives me just a glimmer of hope. I need to have all hope removed.
No, it's that hint of blue that says this is the only blue you will ever see again. Okay, so That obviously made it not show up anywhere. And that's not really what I want anyway. I mean, it sort of is. We want tile safe area X. Did it maybe do the math wrong? It could also be, oh, minus. Plus. No. Y0 is going to be at the top. So by minusing, I took it like way up off the screen, right? So it needs to be, it needs to be the height minus 32, not the tile safe Y minus 32. Let's try that. Cuckoo. Is Surly Dev back from vacation, from holiday break, or hey, look at that.
His bots are here for sure.
Well, yeah. Okay, so we've got that. That hurts my eyes a little bit because the red and the somewhat blue, somewhat red, somewhat blue. Okay. Okay, so we need to scoot this over by half of the image width. So if we go to the player bar, when we draw it, we actually want our position to, we want to draw it shifted over slightly from we want to use the different draw. We don't want to use this draw. There's another one that is not the rectangle. Vector to origin. There it is. Position. Yeah. Meh. All right. So do vector 2 minus new vector 2, and we'll say it's 128 0. What's it complaining about? Changes in the project. Oh, that's fine. There we go. We'll just subtract the 64 from the X vector on the position, which should slam it over half of its width and put it closer to the middle. Maybe not 100%, but close enough. Okay. Oh, but you know what? That means that the well, this thing controls that, so that should be fine. That should be fine. So I'm gonna call this hello. I'm gonna call this offset. Introduce not a local. I don't want a local. I want a fine, whatever. Offset. Offset. There we go. And oh, just control dot. But okay, good. All right, so now we need to do this part. So if I say if key state, so if that and position minus, or no, position position plus offset dot x is less than, or sorry, is greater than 0. Well, it's greater than move speed x. Then we're going to do a thing, and we'll just say current variable float move speed x equals 10. I don't know. Then we'll just say position dot x plus equal move speed x. Or, sorry, minus equal. And then same thing, but the other way around for down here. So if position minus offset is less than move speed x, then we do that. And then what we should see is it's just going to jet across the screen left and right when I hit the keys. But it should stop when it hits the border. Alright, so... Okay, clear. Oh, hello. What? That was stupid. Okay. Haha. Okay. Okay, so this needs to be position minus offset. This would be position plus offset. If the key down is D, because this one wasn't working. Oh, that's minus as well. That should be plus. Okay, if position plus the offset is less than... Oh, well, this wouldn't be... That's stupid and also. This would be less than... graphics. Yeah, that's where we need the graphics. Okay. There we go. So graphics dot graphics device dot viewport tile safe area width. If that's all I need from that, then that is what I shall grab from that. So we'll say int screen width was that? That is an int, right? Probably not. Yeah, it's an int. Okay, good. And then here we just need screen width. Much better. So as long as it's less than the screen width, if its current position plus its offset is less than the screen width, then we can move it forward or, you know, over. All broken everything. All right, because, yeah. There. Anybody got any questions or funny stories or anything? All right. Hey, and it stops when it gets to the end.
Why is there a cursor?
What do you mean? This? Because I have a
I see two
cursor.
Oh, weird. Oh, no, that's my cursor.
Yep. That'll do it.
Ash, you're on a computer. Just
Okay, so far this seems to be running perfectly a-okay.
Yeah.
you're stopping short on the left. You're at least going to the wall on the right. Is that what was
Yeah.
intended?
I actually want to stop short on both by the movement speed. Well, not necessarily the movement speed, but I want to stop. Anyway, so what I would do is I would say minus move speed. Like that.
I mean,
And then,
it seemed good enough for Cyberpunk, so... Like,
I'm not sure we're trying to emulate the coding practices of Cyberpunk.
did Ash try to make some kind of pop culture reference?
Right?
Where is Ash and what have you done with him? There, so now it's stopping basically in the same position for both. So now, instead of movement speed, I actually need to, it's movement speed times game time, elapsed game time. How am I getting the delta? I need to get the delta.
See, this is where I
Platform.
always get thrown off. Is why I don't understand why time.
Okay, so did you ever play on a computer like in the 90s?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, well okay, so you ever played like Space Quest or any of those games?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have a computer with a turbo button?
Not personally, but
Okay,
I've
so
played on them, yes.
so the math coprocessor and the CPUs in the 400 series x86 computers was so much faster than the math coprocessor and the CPU in like a 286 that without the turbo button, what would happen is games like Space Quest, you would hit the move forward button and the little guy would fly across the screen. And the reason that was happening is because they didn't account for processor speed. They said, every chance that you get, animate the character and move them forward by X. So the turbo button actually slowed down the processor cycle while you were playing games. It was basically like, my game is running turbo, hit the button, and that fixed it. So most people left the turbo button on, even though it made their computer slower. The fix for that is that you do a time calculation. So for every game frame, you say how much of a second has elapsed, and then you specify how much you want your character to move over the course of a second. So if there's a hiccup in your machine, or your machine runs faster or slower than somebody else's machine, your character still moves across the screen at the same time.
Dropped a frame or whatever.
Yeah, your character still moves across the screen at the same rate. And that's why you need the time delta. I thought that I had made this so that it was really, really easy and simple to work with, and I might have. So we got the elapsed time, move acceleration, movement times move acceleration times elapsed time. Okay, total seconds is going to be a double that represents the delta of time that has happened. Okay, so I need that. Except for I'm not going to call it elapsed, I'm going to call it delta. Because it doesn't make any sense to call it elapsed. Play a bar. Okay. So we get the time delta there. And we just multiply by the delta. Okay, and we can stop because reasons. And then basically you just adjust the speed accordingly. So like the speed is not, it's not 5 pixels every frame. It's really it's how far you want to go in the course of a second. So you end up with funny values. But that's the way it goes. Okay, right now we're at 10. I'm willing to bet that 10 pixels in the course of a second is going to be a little slow.
Stop running in IS Express. It hurts me in my soul.
How's 10 pixels a second go for you?
That is also hurting me. Can you try turning off the turbo button?
Yeah, so obviously that was too slow. I kind of liked where we were before, but I have no idea how many pixels a second that was. Let's say 50 pixels a second, or let's try to keep it. If we want to go 1 brick over in the course of half of a second, so 2 bricks in a second, each brick is 64. So let's go 128 pixels a second, which would mean that we can move over by 2 bricks for every second that goes by.
Approaching a slow speed.
Maybe a little bit faster than that. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say that would be the slowest that I would go.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Totally just.
Yeah, maybe
Did it do it on the other
faster.
side? It did. Look at that! It I got to figure out what's up there. I can't move past that, and it happened. Maybe not the same, but close to the same on both sides, and I didn't change.
Oh, is it because you're
Movement speed. Yeah.
You're doing it base
okay.
rate. Yeah.
So this will have to change, right? So this is going to be something like 5.
10. Or, yeah,
So
5.
I'll do like
number, yeah.
I'll do like a private float border, and then we'll do 5. I started at 10. I liked the way that looked, so I'll just keep it at that. Border.
That's
border.
not how you would spell that.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's also a padding.
How do you spell it? Is it like that?
Yeah, Ward, I started wearing the glasses again because when my thumb went numb, it was too difficult to get contacts in and out of my eye.
You use your thumb?
I use my thumb and my index finger to pick it up out of the case and to put it in my eye.
You're a heathen.
But since both my thumb and my index finger are mostly numb, it's very difficult to put the contacts in.
Are they comfortably numb?
No, they're not comfortably numb.
Right, so we wanted to go faster than that. Maybe twice that speed? What would that be? 240,
I was thinking of 150%, but
Huh? What?
go for it.
In between the two.
I was thinking, yeah, 150%, but 3 blocks a second is what I was thinking.
Oh, well, that'd be like 196 instead of 256. 192. So that's 256.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't feel like that actually sped it up.
It did.
It did. About twice as fast, actually.
Like, exactly twice as fast.
Something like exactly twice as fast. I'm going to go twice again. And then again, and then again.
You're a maniac.
There, I like that. And we are halting.
Thought we weren't trying to make this hard.
This makes it easier. I could tie it to the mouse. Not going to do it.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay, anyway, so
accelerometer. Do it.
I'll have to shake my desktop in order to get it to move.
Do it.
Okay. So we've got the player, and we can move the player around. Now we'll need the ball, and the ball's going to have kind of like a life of its own, right? But in Breakout, the ball doesn't start moving until the player moves or hits a button, or the no. The ball starts to move whenever you hit like spacebar or something, right?
Correct.
Generally.
Yes, that's correct.
So if
I've played a lot of Breakout.
I'm going to copy this class because most of it is going to be pretty close to the same. Except for I'm going to rename it to Ball. Breaker. Breaker Ball?
Yes, Breaker Ball.
Breaker Ball. Okay, that part's going to be the same. The offset's going to end up being different. It's going to be, 1616 to put it in the center of the ball. Our movement speed needs to be, so the movement speed will have 2. So really it's going to be move speed, but it's going to be a vector instead of so let's do I'll start there and then it'll probably have to change. Okay. Border, sure, border is going to be the same. We'll have a 10 pixel border all around. Whenever we update, we don't care about key downs. Ooh, hello. We still need the delta. We are going to say that the position X, or sorry, actually position plus equal the move speed. And then after we do that, we're going to check and see if we have exceeded our bounds. So if the position minus the offset is less than the border. Oh, sorry. If the X is less than the border, position. Oh, that's also an underscore. Drop. If the position minus the offset's X is less than the border, then we're going to assign a positive then we're going to say position dot x minus equal move speed x, and that will fix the problem that we've gone too far. And then we're going to say move speed x equals random dot next within the move speed range. Okay, so private max speed. Oh, well, I could do a vector again. Max speed. New vector 512 512.
So wouldn't it just negate it?
No. So because every time it changes direction, we're going to give it a little bit of a random speed.
But it should also negate the speed
Next.
in the X.
Random next. Move speed, not max speed. X. Can you not do that? Oh, no. Times max speed. X. Is that what it wants? Oh, next double? What is the freaking thing? Yeah. Do I have to do new random? Next double. Times. Cannot in Blazor convert from double to float. There. My word. Okay. Oh. Okay.
You also need to negate it because it's going the other direction. So if it's like
Oh,
you
yeah,
need to
yeah,
multiply it by
yeah,
negative
yeah.
1.
Well, so this is if it's less than the border, so I don't need to negate it. I need to set it to a positive value.
But you just need to multiply whatever it is times negative 1.
No,
Oh, this is on less than border. Okay.
less than
I see.
border. This one is the one that I'll do.
That's
that
right.
way.
It's the same. It works the same. It works because if it's less than the border, then
if I was
it
just
means that it was moving in the negative direction. So multiplying by negative 1.
if I was going to flip it,
Makes
but I'm
it
not
positive.
flipping it. I'm assigning it a brand new value.
But no.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not what you want to do, but okay. It needs to move in the opposite direction.
It is. If it's less than the border, then it had to have been moving in the negative direction to start with. So I add back on the last negative direction movements so that it is now above the border. And then I assign it a brand new positive value for its X speed so that it will move away from the border. Now I'm going to do the other side, which would mean that it's greater than the graphics width minus the border. And I'll just, here's where I'll do the negative 1.
And we're coming up on the top of the hour, so folks, stay tuned to see who's right.
Graphics that, why is this not? Oh, screen width. Oh, well, we need screen height here too. Don't tell me, I know that's not how you spell it. Height and height. Okay, so now we don't need that. It's just going to be the combination of screen width minus the border. And, yep, so if the, except for this would be plus the offset, position X, move speed X, we're going to minus it because we added it there. So regardless of what it is, and now because it has exceeded the side of the screen, we're going to set it to a negative value, start horking in the other direction. Yep, and then we need to do the same thing for Y. And we're not doing collisions with the paddle yet, the player bar. Paddle, that's the name of it.
blocks.
It's a paddle. Couldn't remember the name of it over there. Okay, so Y, move speed Y, move speed Y, max speed Y, player Y, or sorry, position Y. Y screen height. Y, 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 and Y. I may have missed something there that may not work correctly, but let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't. I gotta initialize and stuff. Okay, so we have private breaker ball. Hey, what?
What just happened?
I think I somehow hit F12 instead of backspace, and so it went to it and then deleted the name of the class or something. I don't know. Ball. So it wouldn't be this. It would be. I believe this is just ball, and not player position, but ball position, which we don't have, so we'll need to create, which is going to be, well, we want it to be the player position. Player position plus we want it to be a little bit north of the player position. So
0 plus, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be in the same X.
Yeah.
And then what was the height of it?
Height.
Plus 16.
Height is the. Let's just subtract and then.
Or 16.
Uh,
Because I think
yeah,
the one is
sure.
8 and 8.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm a little fuzzy on which direction this is actually going to end up pushing it. It might be underneath the paddle, but we'll find out. Okay, and ball update. It doesn't actually need key state, but that is a thing. Await player. Nope, ball. Sprite batch. Okay. Yeah. I think it's still mad at me. Yeah, no. Where did we? Okay. There. Of all the things. Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Yep. So what I was thinking was you use the max speed version to set that new move speed, but if you use the move speed that you had before, right, then you could
Holy flippity gibbets. Oh, I didn't multiply by the delta. Look at that sucker go, though.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
Okay, so ooh. Instead of doing times new vector 2 delta plus delta I know I don't need the parens, but they make
You
me
need
feel
those
better.
on all of those situations, right?
I need the delta, yeah.
Is it a minus delta on those, or
No, because I'm subtracting
No.
the amount that I previously added, so I need to. It's the move speed x plus the delta.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This should slow that ball down some. Frickin' A. Okay, something is clearly not right. It's jumping to the middle every time. Look at that. Or middle-ish. At least I can sort of keep up with it now, though. I mean, except for when it jumps.
Yeah. Could you get rid of the randomness that you added? Because that probably doesn't help us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it might be a cool effect.
Yeah, so... Cut it. I'm going to paste it for later.
Have one more.
Yeah. And then I'll just cut this down to 256. I mean, there's nothing crazy going on. That doesn't seem to be the issue, because when it's just moving, it's fine. It's whenever it's got to be inside these things is what's flipping out. Okay. It's definitely doing it on the X. And the Y. It's just jumping it to the middle, and it shouldn't be. It should just be... It's by the move speed. So I'm saying plus equals move speed times that. Now that part appears to work just fine. Where'd it go?
Yep.
Move speed of the ball or move speed of the player?
It's the ball. We're in the ball breaker.
We are in the... yeah, let me... Hold on. Yeah, it's in the player bar file.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I copy-pasted and I hadn't pulled it out yet. For right now, player bar works fine. Breaker ball. There we go. So it could be this part. I just don't know why it would. I don't know why that would be a problem, but that is the only place where I am touching the position when it hits the bounds. So I'm going to comment those out and see what happens.
Yeah, this would just mean it goes a little bit outside, right?
Potentially. Is all that should mean, yeah.
We're going to see it. Yeah, we should see it change direction.
Yeah, it should change direction, and that works fine. So what...
And
what
it's
about...
not even going outside the bounds.
Not that we could see. The reason I threw this stuff in is because in the past I have experienced a situation where, due to the movement speed, it goes far enough outside of bounds that it gets confused and it starts just jamming and it gets stuck on the corners.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just undo the misstep like immediately and then go from there. Why would that...
Even with this, we are still getting some glitchy... Right?
Are we?
The performance is the...
I think that's probably
every
just...
once in a while I'll get a hiccup.
That's
because
probably your network. It looks fine over here.
He's debugging and streaming
really?
and...
I'm doing a few things.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it looks...
It looks fine on when I watch Twitch. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, so over Zoom, it's weird.
Yeah.
But okay, cool.
There we go. Okay, so theoretically, I should be able to do the I should be able to do this calculation no problem.
Yep.
What happened there? Oh, somehow this part got deleted. Okay, and that part should work. Now we should get randomized and whatnot. Doesn't seem to be getting super randomized, but I think it is doing it. It's just subtle-ish. There we go. Okay, I'm okay with that. And then that would also happen whenever it gets a brick, when it bounces off of a brick.
Yeah, it's definitely random.
Okay. So at least for right now, I guess we don't need that part, and we can figure out what, you know, if we need something later.
Yeah. Don't understand what was wrong with our calculation. It doesn't make sense.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the calculation looking at it to me, but obviously it was wigging out.
Clearly.
Okay, I mean, I think that's good progress. There's a game. I can move this while that's moving around. Everything seems to be okay as far as frame rates. There's no weird dropping off the face of the earth stuff going on. It's not failing to bounce off the edges of the screen. We're not doing any collision detection yet, but we'll get there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Progress. So I guess I'm good to sign off if you want to do the sign off, John.
Are we going to call it there? So we will be back next week. We have 2 podcasts on Monday at noon and 6 p.m. Eastern.
Woohoo.
Is that right? Yep, that's right. And then we will be back next Wednesday for live streaming live coding with a special guest. And we'll be working on Speaker Meet and hopefully updating to the latest and greatest in Azure Cognitive Search.
Oh, nice.
So do the things, like us, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever the stuffs are. Other than that, we will do the Twitch thing and we will raid our friend Fierce Kittens. So with that, good night, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.